Some days ago, I saw an interview of a Ukrainian woman who was returning to her small village that was totally destroyed in the war. She went through the rubble of her house and told the reporter that she lost everything. And then she said to his surprise, "But you know, we're going to win." He was somewhat startled by her very strong and even joyful conviction. "Why is it that you say that?" he said. "Because," her reply was, "we know how to suffer. We know how to suffer." Today, we have John the Baptist again as a model for our preparation for Christmas in this Advent season. And he is one who is suffering. He's in jail because he's criticizing Herod. And he knows that his days are numbered. And yet, we see here that he has a joy and a conviction about him, much like that Ukrainian woman. He knows how to deal with suffering. First of all, he deals with suffering by making sure that he also sees the good in life. He sees what Jesus is doing. He hears about him. So often in life, it's very easy to get wrapped up in the things that are evil and wrong in the world, or even in our own lives. Advent, through John the Baptist, is one who also invites us to see the good in the world, the good also in our lives. And as we hear from the second reading of James, not to look at the faults of others and complaining about them, but rather look for the good that's happening in their lives. Sometimes that is eclipsed because we attend only to the wrong that's there. So it's important for us to look for the good. The second thing that John tells us about how he deals with suffering is he focuses his attention on the suffering of others, those who are lame and blind, who can't hear, those who are poor, lepers. He realizes that while he suffers, so do others. In our own lives as well, it's a time and opportunity for us to be attentive to the sufferings of others so that we don't become so wrapped up in self-pity about our own challenges and our sufferings. It's a time to reach out to those who are in need in charitable works, in ways that we support those efforts that make sure that no one is left behind and that everyone has a room at the table of life. And finally, we see that John is able to deal with this suffering because he realizes it's not absolute. It's transitory. There will be a day that comes, as he asks, "Are you he who is to come?" He has a sense of expectation about life, that the Lord's day of salvation will come. And so it is for us as well, not to absolutize the sufferings that we're going through, whether that's physical or emotional or financial, physical in a way that the environment that we live in seems so confining. The Lord's day of vindication will come. The suffering is transitory. So today, John the Baptist helps us continue our preparation for Christmas. Like that Ukrainian woman, he is one who knows how to suffer. And that is the invitation for us, to look at the sufferings, the challenges we have, and have attention, put our attention on the good things that are happening, on how others are suffering as well, and we are suffering with them. But also to have a hope and expectation that all of that is transitory, because the Lord is faithful to his promise. That's the message of this joyful Sunday, this Gaudete Sunday. Rejoice and be glad. Have the conviction that in the end, we will win.